This broadcast on the JED TV Sports Network is brought to you by Central Midwest Carpenters. Build your next chapter. Domino's. Get the door. It's Domino's. Popa Heating and Cooling. Stay comfortable year-round. Powers Health. Everything we do, everything we believe. Strachan Van Til. Indiana made. Liuna. Feel the power. People's Bank, you first banking. Myers Companies, your trusted partner for comfort in Northwest Indiana since 1951. Ivy Tech, higher education at the speed of life. And Westland & Bennett, goal-oriented legal solutions you can trust.
Highland and Kankakee Valley both hope that this year the NCC crown may be a possibility for themselves. The Trojans, led by returning senior Jordan Steele, a 1-5 conference record last year, hoping to flip that this year potentially and be NCC champions. But Kankakee Valley, under Coach David Walser, returns nearly their entire starting lineup. 4 of their 5 starters are back for KV, and they're hoping that they can factor into the NCC as well. We'll have much more on KV and Highland coming up, including the starters and the tip-off right after this.
For over 140 years, the Central Midwest Carpenters have built our communities in Northwest Indiana. Are you ready to join the effort? We have long-term work, competitive pay, and the best benefits in the industry. We pride ourselves on innovative training and commitment to worksite safety. Earn as you learn as an apprentice. A solid career built on a solid legacy. For more info, go to carpenters.com.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
If you're thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or your business has plans to break ground on a new project in 2024, Powering Indiana, Lake County is your source for the region's best electricians. With IBEW, Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringindiana.org today and ensure your project is in the hands of skilled professionals.
Powers Health is committed to advancing medical care and technology in our area. Cancer research and clinical trials so you can explore new horizons. Heart care expertise with a collaborative team of specialists so you can create more memories together. Northwest Indiana's only certified comprehensive stroke center, so you can cover new ground. When it comes to advanced care, look no further. Everything we do, everything we believe, powers health.
Want to save more on your grocery shopping? Join the Strachan Van Til Rewards program. Earn points on every purchase and watch the savings add up. Get personalized offers based on items you buy most. Clip digital coupons for discounted or free products. Enter sweepstakes and more. Not a member? Sign up now. Membership is free. Scan the code on in-store signage. Download the Strachan Van Til app or visit strachanvantil.com. Life made simple. Savings made easy. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
KV and Highland ready to tip momentarily alongside Coach Tim Feller. I'm Sam Michael. Tim, both of these teams feel like they may have a good chance to be at the top of the conference this year.
A lot of parity in the NCC. We already saw Hanover and Andran this year. We think Lowell's certainly going to be a part of that. This game could go a long way to possibly determining the conference championship at the end of the year.
This weekend, make Doc's Barbecue your home for wall-to-wall football action. Kick things off with Friday Night Lights on JED TV. Roll into a full slate of college football Saturday, and wrap it up with every big play from NFL Sunday, all on the big screen at Doc's. Pair the games with Southern-style hickory smoked barbecue in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Stop by Doc's Smokehouse in Dyer, where football and flavor go hand in hand all weekend long.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Life's biggest challenges don't come with a warning. When legal issues arise, whether it's a car accident, personal injury, criminal charge, or representing you before municipal boards, you need a trusted advocate on your side. At Westland & Bennett, we listen first because your story matters. We provide strategic, personalized legal solutions to protect your rights, your freedom, and your future. Peace of mind starts with a conversation. Call 219-440-7550 today for a free consultation.
We welcome you back inside our Strack and Van Til broadcast booth. Again, Tim Fedler, Sam Michael, both with you here from Highland High School. We were here a week ago in a non-conference matchup that saw Chesterton pulled away from the Trojans, the Highland Trojans, late in that one and win. Now this conference game coming at you quick if you're Highland. You've only played 2 games, that Chesterton game, and then a win over River Forest. So they're 1-1. KV has played 4 games. They lost their first 2 against good opponents in Hammond Central and Crown Point, and then have won their last 2, including a huge comeback win that we had here on our network against Couts, and also a 5-point win against LaPorte. So neither team has played a conference game so far, Tim Fedler, and yet here we are early on before Thanksgiving, and you've got a game that maybe you aren't used to seeing until late January or right at the very end of the season and at the beginning, right before the sectional happens, and this is going to be a huge game potentially.
Yeah, usually you try to get those conference games in, around middle of December at that point. This is kind of early, and it's really a difference in strategy for the 2 teams, whether they planned it that way or not. Highland has only played 2 games, which means a lot more practice time, which a lot of coaches like early on to work on some things. KV comes into this with 4 games under their belt, which I always preferred. You practice so much over the summer and in the fall. I always wanted to get out there and play games. And being out there with the 4 games under your belt, I feel gives KV a little advantage over Highland. But you look at these 2 teams, KV, there's a lot of balance. They got 2 players averaging double figures in Jenna Walker and Olivia Adams, right about 10 points per game. Mallory Rose is a big contributor as well. And you're going to hear from Cammie Kruger as well. Highland, it's really all built around the one girl, Jordan Steele, and we're still waiting to see. There's only been 2 games, as you said, but we're still waiting to see who is going to step up. And the key is going to be who's that 3-point threat for this team. Addison Figueroa 0 for 3, Savannah Ballard 0 for 5 on the year. Someone needs to step up. Kuska has gone 3 for 10. That's going to really open up the floor and give more space for Jordan Steele to create.
Starting lineups brought to you by Calumet College of St. Joseph. For David Wallstra and Kankakee Valley, it's Cammie Kruger, a 5'6" sophomore. Jenna Walker wears number 23. She's a 5'6" sophomore as well, leading in points per game at 10.8. Reese Van Meter, 5'7" senior. Mallory Rose, a 5'10" junior, averaging 6 points per game. And Olivia Adams, a 6' junior, averaging 10 points per game and 9.5 rebounds for Highland. It is Addison Figueroa, Savannah Ballard, Madison Kuchka, Jordan Steele, and Avery Steele, the starters. And we're going to start this game with a backcourt violation as KV won the tip, but Mallory Rose went into the backcourt, and we'll set the officials for you. Danny Torok, Matt Gilson joining Jeff Nix, about as veteran of a crew as you can have in this area.
That play was confusing for everyone. Even Nix looked at it. Did I just see what I thought I saw, before? I like the slow whistle before making that call. And we'll see what KV does defensively. They play a lot of man-to-man, 2-3 zone as well. They'll come out and press. And right now, they're playing Jordan Steele straight up.
Avery Steele cannot connect. And it's rebounded by Adams, and we'll be interested to see that. I think KV could have the advantage on the rebounding side with the 6-foot forward, but Avery Steele, if that's the matchup that Adams is guarding, she can take her probably off the bounce.
Olivia Adams is a beast inside. Watch a little film on her against LaPorte. If she catches the ball on the block, she's going to score almost every time. So that's going to be as big of a matchup problem as KV will have on the other end trying to guard Jordan Steele.
Walker Free throw line uses the window, and KV has the first bucket.
Very patient possession. Got a few ball reversals there, and then no one there closing out the gap, allowing Walker to get the wide open shot.
Reese Van Meter drawing the defensive assignment, tried to make the extra pass, and that is turned over.
Yeah, right now it appears that Van Meter is playing straight up man. She's going to go out and help as well. We'll see if that's the case or if they change that as the game goes on. Little 1-2-2 half-court pickup here for the Trojans.
Want to go inside. They bounce it down, deep catch, but a miss by Adams at a point-blank look.
Nice little high-low there. The spacing wasn't great, but they did everything right. Adams just couldn't finish.
One-on-one, Steele, step back, three. Long board out to Kuchka, puts it on the deck and draws the foul.
Yeah, big offensive rebound. Got to check out on those three-point shots. You know, most of the time, a three is going to rebound long. You got to make sure you're getting the shooters. Kuchka wasn't a shooter, but she was able to beat her girl to the ball.
2 of 4 from the charity stripe in game number 1. And free throws brought to you by Indiana University Northwest, your future, your IU. Trojans trying to get on the board here at the free throw line and had a point-blank layup. Probably should have scored first in this game. And Kuchka able to make 1 of 2.
Still the 1-2-2.
Highland trying to force some turnovers.
Highland's doing a good job rotating right now, trying to keep the ball out of the middle.
What does this do as well in terms of making it difficult to do that? Get the ball inside, a turnover. Kuchka, though, had it taken right back. And KV has got it. Here comes Kruger. Trying to dance into the lane, works around a couple, threw up a wild one and got it.
Hey, went hard to the basket. I would like to see a jump stop, but I can't argue with the result. Seen this out of KV against LaPorte. They'll pick up full court man a little bit, and looks like Van Meter going maybe no help, not quite face guard, but she's not helping off the steal.
Steele's got a 3, and Coach Kundich has been begging his sophomore to shoot the ball more and takes advantage there.
And gets this 1-2-2. You got to get the ball in the middle. That's typically going to be the open spot, and Adams needs to work short corner to short corner.
Figueroa to the floor, able to pull that away. Here comes Jordan Steele, who hasn't scored yet. Pulls up, transition, off the rim. Rose running, has Van Meter. Drives inside and draws the foul. And that will be a shooting foul for Mallory Rose.
And KV will do that. Both teams will do that. This game could be a track meet at times. Both teams are going to look to take advantage of mismatches in transition.
Foul goes on Figueroa, the sophomore guard. Picks up her first. That 3 hit by Avery Steele is brought to you by Tech Credit Union, the better option for your financial journey. One more here for Rose. And able to split the pair.
Just a little token man pressure for KV.
Figueroa lost it. A few careless turnovers here for the Trojans. When they've gotten looks, they've been pretty good ones, but too many possessions right now are ended up out of bounds or in the hands of a Cougar.
Yeah, you need to get the ball to the middle of the floor. Once you break that pressure, you want to get the ball to the middle of the floor, and then you got to run screens for Steele. Get Steele to the corner, get her to the block, have her coming off stagger screens. You got to try and get her a touch early.
Tried to throw it inside. It is turned over again. They've not been able to get the ball to Adams.
Well, there's been good ball pressure, which is making those post entries very difficult. There's a foul going to be called here against Van Meter, bodying up Steele. But yeah, the Highland's doing a real good job with the ball pressure on the perimeter, which that's one way. When you don't have the size to match up on the inside, one way to alleviate that is by ball pressure and get those KV guards passing the ball on their heels. Then they can't make real strong passes into the post, and you're able to get deflections like Highland has done so far here in the first 4 minutes.
Officials, I believe, talking about where that ball should be out of bounds. If you don't know yet, the new out-of-bounds rule, unless, of course, it goes out of bounds, but if it's a whistled play, anything outside of the arc, so here at Highland, anything in the lighter-colored floor outside of the lane would be at the 28-foot mark here outside of the benches or opposite. Anything inside of the arc is now on the baseline, depending on the side. Much easier. We had these quadrants last year. There was too much debate on which was which. Steele got a step, explodes inside, but missed the layup.
Big break, because you saw no rotation for KV. Kruger should have slid over. Just a lot of bodies watching.
Looked like Avery really slowed up. Looking back door. Kuchka is fouled, and that's going to go back to Highland.
No angle there to make that pass. Rose and Adams were essentially standing in the same spot. You need to get a drag dribble there, one dribble down towards the baseline to improve your passing angle, and then a bounce pass into Adams would have got her the ball on the block.
Haven't seen KV throw any extra resources yet at Jordan Steele. It's been all Van Meter guarding her one-on-one.
Yeah, and it's not a tight face guard. Van Meter is still keeping eyes on the basketball, but she's not helping as much as you typically would if you're guarding anybody else.
Taken away by Rose, racing ahead to the rim.
Mallory Rose, outstanding softball player as well, pitcher for the Cougars. Big piece of his basketball team.
Steele inside. Good job by Adams to wall up. Now it's a 5-on-4 if they hurry.
And they will, and they do a good job passing the ball up the floor when they have vision. They keep their eyes up. Well, maybe they had it there if Rose would have held it a little longer, gave Rose an opportunity to reposition. Or Adams, excuse me.
Rose comes on the curl. Wanted to go to Adams. Good ball fake. Walker missed it badly, though. Adams has got the cleanup. Can't stick it back in. Cougars all over the offensive window, and that was last touched by KV.
Adams, the leading scorer. Leading scorer, 0.3 points behind Jenna Walker. She's had some good opportunities today and just hasn't been able to finish. What I saw watching her against LaPorte, she was finishing almost everything around the basket. So I'm assuming those are going to fall eventually.
Remind you that our opening tip-off, was brought to you by the Central Midwest Carpenters, starting every game on a solid foundation. And that was our weird start to this one where KV won it and walked the ball back into the backcourt. And went right back to Highland. 4 points for the Trojans, one for Kuchka, and then the other three on a triple from Avery Steele, but she's had a couple layups, pretty much point blank. Hard defense from Rose. Ballard trying to work away. Lost the dribble to the corner. Another Highland turnover.
Well, you got very aggressive defense. A lot of contact there for Rose. And then you had, Steele did make a back cut. You had two Highland players standing on the opposite side. You got to run to the ball. You got to cut like Steele did. You got to try to help out your teammate.
First time we've seen Macy Capps, a 5'3" sophomore who just came in off the bench. Works on top here, dangerous pass. Figueroa almost jumped it. Walker's wide open. That is a three.
Another possession of good ball movement, getting reversals around the perimeter. I would like to see them dribble drive a little more, attack the gaps, because they are having a hard time getting the post entries, but that one worked out well with the open three.
That's a travel. Another Highland turnover and a 6-0 run from KV, which is brought to you by Powering Indiana. When the game needs electricity, count on Powering Indiana. And Highland has turned it over plenty. This is sort of reminiscent of the Chesterton game where it felt like maybe Chesterton should have gone up a bunch. Eventually they pulled away, but right now Highland's in some danger of seeing KV go away. Their best players still scoreless with less than 90 seconds to play in this first quarter.
And Highland's had some looks early on, couldn't finish. Steele's had a couple that she'd like back, but you can't rely on her to make everything, even though it seems like she does.
No Adams out there now.
Man-to-man defense for Highland, so they're switching up out of the zone for the first time tonight.
Turned over, Steele has got it, has Kuchka with her. Excuse me, that's Peyton Bailey who just came in, drives inside. Rose was able to alter the shot, came all the way out to Jordan Steele, and Highland can't grab the second chance, but Figueroa took it away from Caps. Off for Steele inside, Steele can't get her first bucket. Tapped it away though. Highland's third possession on this one possession, so to speak, and Jordan Steele is going to end up at the free throw line.
Yeah, KV just kept giving it back to him. You got to get that rebound. You got to chin it. You got to square up. Let everyone clear out. And then if the guard's not the person with the basketball, the guard needs to circle around from a little handoff because the KV's having a hard time handling that pressure. They just got a little careless there. And then trying to take, Rose is very aggressive. She can handle it, but trying to take Steele one-on-one the length of the court is going to be a difficult task for most people.
First 2 points for Jordan Steele. Ruby Rubalcaba, the senior, returning from a season lost last year to injury, playing off the bench here today. See if Coach Wallstra wants the final shot.
Highland stays man.
Kruger to the baseline. Got inside and lays it in.
Got around Figueroa, and Kuchka just could not rotate over fast enough to stop the ball.
12 seconds on the clock. They switched the screen out high, but then they left the ball handler, Steele, wide open, and that is a much-needed three for Highland. We'll see if Kruger can get a shot. We'll try from half court. A bit short, and the three from Jordan Steele is a big one for the Trojans. One possession game after one.
For over 140 years, the Central Midwest Carpenters have built our communities in Northwest Indiana. Are you ready to join the effort? We have long-term work, competitive pay, and the best benefits in the industry. We pride ourselves on innovative training and commitment to worksite safety. Earn as you learn as an apprentice. A solid career built on a solid legacy. For more info, go to carpenters.com.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
Big three at the end of the first quarter, brought to you by Tech Credit Union. Jordan and Avery Steele both have a three here for Highland in this first quarter. It was a messy one, though, Tim Fedler. A lot of turnovers, and fortunate, I think, especially as important as this game is and as evenly matched as this game is, that they survived that first quarter to only be down 3 points as sloppy as things got.
Yeah, because it was turnovers both ways. KV just had that sloppy possession when they kept giving it back to Highland. KV's missed some point-blank layups. Steele and Highland have missed some point-blank shots that are going to go in. KV's misses are from Adams. So the two best players have yet to get going, and I suspect that's going to change very soon.
Jordan Steele on the bench for the start of this second quarter, so see where the offense comes from. Figueroa, Rubalcaba is going to bring a screen. Almost lost it. Out here for Bailey, had a three-point attempt block. And now it is Avery Steele.
You're getting good movement out of Highland here. They're trying to run a screen roll offense, but got out of it here after that block three, and now the foul.
That will go on Adams. That is her first foul, though the scoreboard just said second. I believe it's her first, at least, as announced here. We'll keep an eye on that for you as she goes to the bench. Lindbergh, the sophomore, is in. And for Highland, that's what you want. You want a potential difference maker on the inside on the bench. They don't switch it. Steele was open, and then Figueroa set a screen that was moving, and that'll wipe out the bucket.
I don't think it was really needed either. Steele had the ball in her hand before that contact was made when the foul was called. as KV switched up. They went to a 2-3 zone that possession, and Highland ran a set to get Steele the shot in the corner.
That is the second foul on Figueroa, as she is replaced by Jordan Steele here early in the second quarter. Can always hear Coach Hayes in my head when I ask him as Rose takes it inside and got the roll. But when I'd always ask him about subs when it came to high school, it's 32 minutes, they could play. Early in the season, though, you might see some more subbing here. But he always used to tell me, outside of foul trouble, my players are going. Steele, that one all over the rim and out.
Yeah, we have seen Avery Steele now be a little more aggressive in this game than what we saw against Chesterton a couple weeks ago.
Sloppy closeout, that's high off the window, ton of bodies inside. And it bounces back out here to Van Meter, hits the deck again, and now we will get a tie-up that'll keep it with KV.
On that initial closeout, I think Jordan Steele needs to come up higher. She let the ball get in too deep. She was just in the help. She was in gap position, but she let that ball get beyond that white volleyball line. You want to stop that ball as high as possible, not let it come to you.
Rose was wide open on that inbound. Would have been a layup. Here is Walker instead. Back around for Rose. Gave her the baseline. Steele a little bit late on the help in the lay-in.
It's a great set, though, because you had KV send two players to the opposite side, which sent two defenders running away with them. What you would like to see those defenders do is stop underneath the basket, then Steele wouldn't have to come as far to try to make that help.
Good movement as Avery creates for her sister Jordan from downtown.
Jordan likes that spot, top of the key or just off center. She's pulled a few from there already here tonight.
Three ball keeping Highland in it. Steele almost had a takeaway. In the corner, wide open, Lindbergh. Good rebound, Walker. Hoists one up there on the offensive window, and Avery Steele has got the miss. Floor opens up for her. Drives to the middle. Kuchka is the trailer. Haven't seen her try from downtown. Ballard will. That is a very long miss. They trap the corner a bit. Off here for Kruger.
So that's where you can't just dribble the ball to the corner and pick up your dribble. Get the ball to your best ball handler, clear out. It's got to be patient. A lot of players just get too impatient in that rebound and try to push the ball.
Rose from the corner. That is a three. Mallory Rose having a good ball game. Has played mostly inside, but her first look from deep.
Just 2 of 10 from three coming into this one, but that was smooth. Nice looking shot there for Mallory.
Another three brought to you by Tech Credit Union is going to prompt the timeout from Eric Kundich. KV has a 7-point lead.
Plumbers Local 210 is building the future, and we're looking for service plumbers to join our team. Our training center invests nearly $500,000 every year to make sure our members are the best in the industry. From a 5-year apprenticeship and an associate degree at Ivy Tech to ongoing certifications in safety and new technology, our plumbers are trained for excellence. Every member is drug tested and licensed for your safety and peace of mind. When you need plumbing work done, make sure you ask for the license. It's your right to ask.
Ava. Let's go.
Try it on.
The shortest distance between two people is a smile. That's why we're committed to fighting hunger in our communities until everyone has a reason to smile. Stratton Van Til, where making life easier starts with a smile.
That timeout for the Trojans and Coach Kundich is brought to you by Doc's Barbecue. As we return here with Coach Sinfeather, I'm Sam Michael. It's a 7-point Kankakee Valley lead. Highland has stayed in it with a three, but the latest bucket for the Cougars coming from Mallory Rose, who has the capability to hit that shot, but had struggled a bit on the regular season so far, but has shown the versatility. She can score it from inside and outside, off the bouncer from the three ball.
Well, we've seen the balance from KV. When their leading scorer, I don't think, has made a bucket yet, in Olivia Adams. They got other players that can step up. Steele's trying to keep Highland in it, but she hasn't gotten a lot of help so far, really outside of her sister making a three early.
Ballard, again, a little bit strong. Rubalcaba almost had it, but that is last touched by Highland.
It's a nice check out there by Annie Lindberg. That's one, just she got low, and the player she was boxing out was just a little taller than her and was able to reach over and get that ball.
Rose trying to turn the corner. Cut off on the spin move.
Good job there by Steele, staying under the basket and help. That's what I talked about earlier. Don't follow your player to the other side of the floor.
Avery's got the steal. Drives middle, turns the corner and lays it in.
Well, there's driving lanes there for Highland. They get to the basket, they just haven't connected. KV had everyone defensively above the volleyball line, no one there to rotate over to protect the basket.
Lindberg from the corner, and Walker again tracking down a miss. Not necessarily a player who profiles as an offensive rebounder, but has done a good job hustling down some misses today. KV with a 5-point lead. Rose on the drive and kick. Kruger high off the window again, way too strong. And the ball goes to the deck. The tie-up sends the ball to Highland.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times on that drive to about the volleyball line when KV's fired it off the backboard, not even connecting with the rim.
Freshman Feaster is in the game for Highland, as they have the basketball, trying to cut it to a one-possession game again. Avery looking for the driving lane, forced up a tough one, trying to get her own miss. Good job that time by Caps inside.
Can't pick up your dribble in that spot. You got to get to the middle of the floor.
Out here for Kruger with under 3 to play.
Highland's in a man-to-man defense. Can't give up that front cut.
And thankfully, if you're a Trojan fan, Laurel Van Meter missed the shot, and now a foul in transition will go on Caps. That is the Cougars' 3rd foul. Still 1 to give.
So Van Meter's guarding the ball. Van Meter made the pass. Can't remember who was guarding her. You need to jump to that gap and force Van Meter to cut behind you. You never want to let anyone cut between you and the basketball.
Ballard drags it here to the right. KV switching. They go inside for Avery Steele. Got her shot blocked.
Well, she put her head down and dribbled the ball. So I like to see her square up on that one before she makes her move.
Kruger on the blow-by. Again, too strong, though, at the rim. And another offensive rebound for this KV team. Guards have done a good job of getting in there and getting the loose ball. And Jordan has a takeaway and a layup that brings them back within 3.
Need to pull that one back on a pass fake on that overhead pass attempt that Steele stole and bounce it inside. Biggest thing, neither of these teams are shooting the ball well, and it's a lot of blown layups hurting both squads.
Teams have almost shot it better from outside than the layup. They left Walker wide open. Miscommunication off the front rim. Chance to run again. Jordan Steele so good in transition inside. Missed the layup. Feaster almost had it. And now another jump ball. This one's going to go to KV.
Yeah, Steele gets that ball 80 feet away. She doesn't give it up very often, nor should she, going the length of the floor. But again, I mean, we can't ask Superwoman to make everything, but she's trying. But she's missed a few that she, I'm sure, would admit that she should have made.
Inside here for Walker, got surrounded.
That was good help by Steele, rotating over.
Almost had a takeaway on Kruger. Feaster fell, had to get back to her feet. Caps almost traveled, and now another steal.
Just a little hot potato, some poor passing. The ball was on that right side way too long.
A 3 would tie the game. Jordan's hit a couple from that right wing. Trying to work here against Kruger. Gives it up. Feaster. Too strong. And a good rebound inside for Caps. It's Van Meter, excuse me, as she's come off the bench.
You know, again, you said at the end of the first quarter, this KV tried to hold for one, but I'm not sure they're capable of the way this aggressive defense is from Highland. I would say the same thing the other way. You just got to take a shot when you can get it.
Timeout taken by David Wallstra with 20 seconds left.
Opportunities are everywhere, even right around the corner. That's where you'll find Horizon Bank, going beyond to make a difference in our community. Whether you're starting a business or a family, expanding your kitchen or your customer base, drop by and see us for friendly service, local expertise, and solid financial advice. Horizon Bank, beyond ordinary banking. Learn more at horizonbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
First timeout called by the Cougars, and David Wallstra, I think, feeling like his team was about to lose the basketball. So I want to make sure they maintain possession. And we'll see if he did drop something to work some clock and get one last shot. If they're interested in it, Highland does have the ability to, if they work the clock down to, say, 7 or 8 seconds, you could foul if you're Highland and could almost foul KV out of getting a shot here at the end of this quarter.
You can almost start to do that now on any drive, just foul and really hurt their chances. They run a little elevator screen here.
Walker will try, fires it off the backboard, but again tracks down her own miss. Too strong off the window, but the Cougars relentless on the boards. 5 seconds here for Kruger. Gets the screen, gets some space. Straight away, 3. And she had tried a few times today and used the window a bit too strong. That time, right down a big 3 at the end of the half.
Searching for a college where you belong? Calumet College of St. Joseph wants to know you and give you the support you need to succeed. Are you worried about how you'll pay for your degree? 95% of our students receive financial aid, including scholarships and grants. Need some extra help with your classes? You'll benefit from our small class sizes, free tutoring, internship planning, faculty mentors, and so much more. Come experience our accepting, supportive college family for yourself. Schedule your campus visit and apply at ccsj.edu.
This weekend, make Doc's Barbecue your home for wall-to-wall football action. Kick things off with Friday Night Lights on JEG TV. Roll into a full slate of college football Saturday, and wrap it up with every big play from NFL Sunday, all on the big screen at Doc's. Pair the games with Southern-style hickory-smoked barbecue in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Stop by Doc's Smokehouse in Dyer, where football and flavor go hand-in-hand all weekend long.
But it's time. You gotta catch up. Yeah. I'll catch up with you. I'll be right back. I'll see you in a minute.
Anything else? Yeah.
Well, what's up, boy? Hey, Ryan. Not tonight, man. Not tonight. Oh, yeah. You guys are right. Hey, come on. Let's go. Come in.
For over 140 years, the Central Midwest Carpenters have built our communities in Northwest Indiana. Are you ready to join the effort? We have long-term work, competitive pay, and the best benefits in the industry. We pride ourselves on innovative training and commitment to worksite safety. Earn as you learn as an apprentice. A solid career built on a solid legacy. For more info, go to carpenters.com.
Mental Health America of Northwest Indiana has been dedicated to building strong, resilient families in our community. Our focus is on early intervention and prevention, removing barriers to mental health, protecting against trauma, and ensuring every child grows up happy and healthy. Our programs empower individuals of all ages to reach their full potential. We create stronger families, healthier communities, and a brighter future for all. Visit mhanwi.org or follow us, MHANW Indiana, to learn more and support our mission today.
Plumbers Local 210 is building the future, and we're looking for service plumbers to join our team. Our training center invests nearly $500,000 every year to make sure our members are the best in the industry. From a 5-year apprenticeship and an associate degree at Ivy Tech to ongoing certifications in safety and new technology, our plumbers are trained for excellence. Every member is drug tested and licensed for your safety and peace of mind. When you need plumbing work done, make sure you ask for the license. It's your right to ask.
Back here at Highland High School with Coach Tim Fedler, Sam Michael. It is a 6-point Kankakee Valley lead, Coach, because the three off the window from Camry Kruger. Both teams have shot it better from behind the arc on those threes, brought to you by Tech Credit Union, it feels like, than they have inside. There's been a lot of layups on both sides that haven't gone, and Highland has really struggled with two things, turning it over and grabbing Kankakee Valley misses, too.
Yeah, and they've had a hard time rebounding when they were in their man-to-man as well. Typically, you struggle getting rebounds when you're in a zone because you're not matched up with any one person. But that being said, Highland had more success, I feel like, early in the game when they were in that 1-2-2. They were doing a good job of pressuring the perimeter, not allowing the ball into Adams. Now, they were down in that stretch, but when Highland went man-to-man, KV's getting a lot of open looks, cutting to the basket, getting girls going in the open, but they can't finish it at the rim. And that's the thing for both teams, really, is slow down when you're around the basket. They are both getting looks, but as you said at the end of the first half, both teams are having more success from deep than inside. You just got to relax. I see a lot of players going in close to the rim and just kind of throwing up a shot rather than jump stopping, maybe taking a power dribble, improving your angle, leaning into the defender to try and get to the free throw line, using the square. Just all those simple fundamentals is what it takes to try to clean this up around the basket.
For KV, some of their problems include just struggling to make it, though those second and even third chances have provided the difference so far. But Olivia Adams, their 6-foot junior inside, who can be a real problem for the Trojans. They just don't have the size to match that. She got herself in foul trouble, and it became one of those things, what can I use my strength against you? If I can bring you out defensively, can we get you in some foul trouble and get you off the floor and not have to worry about the size you might have down on the block? And Avery Steele and Highland were able to do that at least effectively enough to get her on the bench in foul trouble.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big thing here in the second half. If you can keep her on the floor and find a way to get her the ball inside. And Highland did a good job of pressuring the guards and not allowing those post entries. And when Adams got it, she missed a couple easy ones. But then, yeah, on the other side of the floor, who was Adams guarding? There could be a mismatch there too. And you got to try to pull Adams away from the rim. One, maybe whoever she's guarding could take her to the basket. And two, that's going to open up the lane more for players like Steele to get to the rim. So it sounds simple, but it really just may come down to who's going to clean up around the basket and actually start finishing their layups. And can Adams stay out of foul trouble? And if she does, she may have a big second half that propels KV to victory.
Biggest key for both teams in second half is what?
Well, I think for KV, it's got to be keeping Adams on the floor, and you got to give her a touch inside. For Highland, it's going to be just rebounding, I think, is the biggest thing. They're giving KV multiple chances. You got to get that rebound and push the ball down the floor and then find a way for someone else to step up and make a big shot so Steele doesn't have to force as much.
This halftime break has been brought to you by Powers Health. We'll have the start of the second half coming up right after this.
Build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
Transform your outdoors with TimberTech decking in stock at Schillings. In-house deck design service. 20-plus decking colors in stock. With delivery as soon as today. Visit one of our 3 showrooms to start designing your dream deck. TimberTech decking is built to last. Low maintenance, durable, and made for years of outdoor living. Build your dream outdoor living space with TimberTech decking in stock at Schillings.
From the gasoline in your car to the jet fuel in the sky, the diesel moving freight, propane warming homes, asphalt paving roads, and petrochemicals for everyday products, we make it all. We're United Steelworkers Local 7-1, the Local 7-1 oil workers, proud to power Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland, and the Midwest. We're not just refinery workers, we're your neighbors. United Steelworkers Local 7-1, powering the region because we are the region.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Welcome you back. The start of the second half. Ready here just momentarily as a few seconds tick off the halftime clock. As Jeff Nick's ready to put the ball in, it'll be Trojan basketball. And usually you can tell right away what the point of emphasis was, at least offensively, for whoever gets the basketball to start this second half. And we'll see what Coach Kundich has got for this first possession.
Got Steele coming over here to the near side in front of the Highland bench. We'll see if they got some type of set to get her a touch here. Still being guarded by Van Meter. You know, it's kind of a loose face guard. Van Meter not playing help, but paying all attention to Steele.
Steele goes down to the block. They bring a triple team to her. And then I don't know if she lost the ball or thought a teammate was going to cut, but had a layup if that wouldn't have happened. Here comes Rose.
Well, I like the design, using her as a screener, posting her up. She got inside position, as you're going to if you screen and seal against someone face guarding you. And the ball may have just slipped out of her hands.
Extra pass. Kruger made a three at the end, but Walker is wide open. That is good.
Yeah, had two good options there. The wide open three, or Adams was standing, you know, in great position underneath the basket.
Another three brought to you by Tech Credit Union. And Jordan Steele pretty much operated one-on-one a lot in the first half, and you've seen now KV sending some more bodies at her in this second half. Kuchka was wide open.
They're just missing opportunities to get Steele the basketball. They're not screening her. Now Steele's trying to set screens herself, which will free up teammates.
Avery wide open, had a good look as Adams doesn't want to come out that far to guard it. Rose had it knocked out of her hands. It will stay here.
A nice back tap by Figueroa, chasing the ball down from behind.
Rose coming off the down screen. Can't get it to her. Now they do on the bounce.
Yeah, there was a lot of crisscrossing there, but not much of a screen being set. Somehow still got open.
Van Meter was wide open. Figueroa, good rebound, but then lost it. Walker, that was knocked away. Will stay again with KV. Another opportunity they've created off a miss.
Yeah, good hustle play by Figueroa to try to give Highland the opportunity, but KV had inside position there for the offensive rebound.
The Trojans do a good job of switching it as KV was trying to work those inbound sets to the corner, maybe for an open look.
A lot of dribbling up here. You got to break this 5 count.
And Kruger able to do so inside, and Van Meter is fouled.
Yeah, Kruger turned, attacked the free throw lane, drew the Highland defenders up, and then that opened up. Reese Van Meter opened underneath. And it's kind of like a dribble drive action there where you attack one side and the post player circles around. Wasn't quite a dribble drive, but it worked out the same way.
Van Meter struggled at the line this season, 3 of 8. And key for Highland here, if they get another miss, is can they get the rebound? It's been a struggle. Adams is in there, and there she is inside. And that is an offensive foul. As she cleared with the elbow and didn't need to. Probably had a wide open layup.
Well, no, the frustrating part about that is Steele had her back to her, so there was no need to lower the shoulder and clear her out. She could have still taken a power dribble and gone straight up, or just went straight up initially.
Another careless turnover for Highland. They've come on a lot of passes like that just angling to the sidelines or to the wings that are just to get the offense initiated. These aren't turnovers where you're trying to force a tight one inside for a layup. These are just to make the next pass.
Yeah, simple wing entry that they're having a hard time connecting with.
Got a mismatch inside as Ballard got switched on to Adams, and Steele, though, able to get back in there. Rose with the offhand left. Another fight for the miss, and again, KV has been the quicker team to these offensive boards.
Keep in mind, Adams is playing out there with 3 fouls right now.
Nobody found Van Meter, and she's got a layup.
No closeout, and then no recognition with 2 Highland Trojans on the opposite block, neither one rotating over and help.
Steele gives it off to her sister Avery. Steps back, trying a 3. That is an air ball. Ballard, though, kept it alive. Kuchka goes inside, missed the shot, and it's pulled away by Walker.
And just not a lot of good looks at the rim. It's a lot of just kind of